the kind girl took a beggar home. She sent him to study and even got engaged to him. But on the day the beggar became the top scholar, he discovered he was actually the long-lost son of a count. He began to look down on the girl, thinking she was just an innkeeper and not good enough for his status. To break off the engagement, he heartlessly killed her. Fortunately, the girl was reborn. But she came back on the day before her death. How could she change her fate? As she was cursing the heavens in anger, a bolt of lightning scorched her. The girl immediately lost her nerve and kept bowing to the heavens. However, all of this was witnessed by a man passing by. He scornfully remarked that there was such a messy and crazy girl. Hearing this, the girl turned around angrily. She then realized the man was the wealthy master, who had booked her entire inn in her previous life. Noticing the countless hidden guards around him, the girl concluded he must be someone important. Late at night, she quietly slipped into the man's room through a secret passage. As soon as she arrived, a sword was pressed against her neck. The man asked her coldly why she had broken in, but the moment she saw his face, she became completely infatuated. She dropped to her knees and asked if he wanted a concubine. However, her trembling hands gave away her fear. The man was shocked. Never had he seen such a shameless girl. He sheathed his sword and refused, saying she was too ugly. Enraged, the girl stood up to argue, but then she caught her reflection in the mirror and realized how dirty she looked. The girl begged to work as his maid, promising to do anything. But the man grew impatient and tried to send her away. Seeing this, the girl immediately confessed that her fiancé wanted to kill her. She said if he could save her, she would give him all her money, even herself. The man interrupted her, claiming he could keep her alive, but she must help him with one task. It turned out the man was looking for an account book, which was under the prince's pillow. The prince was extremely suspicious and didn't allow ordinary people to enter his bedroom, but the man believed the girl wasn't ordinary. Seeing her confused look, the man began to praise her, calling her sweet and lovely. More importantly, she was the person the prince liked most. The girl was completely carried away by the praise. The next day, she dressed up and attended the prince's birthday banquet. The prince was delighted to see her, but the girl pretended to be angry that he had invited so many other girls. Hearing this, the prince stopped her and said he could take her to his bedroom, where no one would disturb them. When he handed over a drink, the girl immediately realized there must be something in it. But to finish the task, she had to take a small sip to ease the prince's doubts. However, the girl underestimated the drink and soon felt a burning sensation. She made an excuse to rest, then took the chance to look for the account book on the bed. But the prince misunderstood her actions and rushed towards her excitedly. Just then, a servant announced that the banquet required the prince's presence. Before leaving, the prince promised he would come back soon. With her last consciousness, the girl found the account book, but she could no longer stand up to walk. At that moment, the man hurried over and immediately carried her away. He hadn't expected the prince to use dirty tricks to force her, but luckily, no tragedy happened. In the carriage, the man looked through the account book. It held strong evidence that the prince had taken bribes. Suddenly, the girl held his cold hand and pressed it to her cheek. Out of guilt, the man didn't push her away at once, but the girl even went further and leaned on his shoulder. She recounted how she had been betrayed, with tears streaming down her face. However, she still didn't forget to put her hand into his collar.